First of all, let me start off by saying thank you to everyone, to our news media partners who have showed up today. We know that we cannot be successful in what we're trying to do to accomplish our goals of reducing fatalities and getting down to our ultimate goal, which is 0 fatalities. We thank you for your partnership and friendship, and we also want to stress that we thank LexisNexis, a partner who's helping us to collect this nationwide data. This is a nationwide event that we're kicking off. At this present time, I want to just really have the great honor and opportunity to introduce to you the Colonel and the Commander of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Colonel Tracy Trott.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're here to announce the 4th annual I-40 Challenge for the Thanksgiving Day holiday period. It's an operation where we enlist the help of our partners across the country and in Tennessee to save lives and prevent fatalities during the heavily traveled Thanksgiving weekend. We have states all the way from North Carolina to California enlisted to help us. It's 8 states altogether, over 2,500 miles of I-40, 12 hours of operation on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., 12 hours of operation on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., which we've analyzed the data and found those to be the most heavily traveled hours of the holiday weekend. And our jobs is to prevent crashes and to keep people safe and hopefully save lives in Tennessee and the United States. There's a lot of work that goes into this, a coordination between all the state police agencies and colonels across the United States. There's also a lot of coordination in Tennessee with our district captains in the THP and our partners in local government. Here today representing the chiefs is Maggie Duncan, representing the sheriffs is Terry Ash. We could not be successful without those partners working with us and augmenting our forces across the state. Tennessee is committed not only to cover I-40 on the I-40 Challenge, but we are covering every interstate in Tennessee for those 24 hours of operation, stationing a trooper or police officer or deputy sheriff every 20 miles for those 24 hours of operation to do enforcement work, to inspect trucks for their safety, to do motorist assist, but mainly to provide a presence that makes people drive in a safe and efficient manner to get to their destination safely and enjoy the holidays and be able to return home safely without injury or death. It's been a great success over the 3 years that we've done it. We've only had 3 fatalities across the United States during this operation for the 3 years it's been in operation, and we expect a very successful year this year. Now let me be honest with you, the fatality rate is up this year. It's up in the United States all across the country, about 11% the first 6 months of the year. In Tennessee, we're up about 8%, so we're a little bit below the national trend, but we're not happy about it. And we need to do as much as we can to ensure the safety of our citizens and visitors. And this I-40 Challenge is a great effort and a great way to start the holiday season in trying to keep people safe. So we thank you for the opportunity to be here with you today. Hopefully people will take heed when they see the troopers and the police officers on the road and drive safely, drive defensively, and get home safely to their families. Now it's my honor to introduce the Commissioner of the Department of Safety and Homeland Security, David Perkey. It's always a great honor when you work for someone who understands your organization. And David wore the same uniform that I am wearing today at one point in his career. And it's always a pleasure to introduce a former state trooper as the Commissioner of Safety and Homeland Security, David Perkey.
Thank you, Colonel, and good morning. 50 years ago this year, a little 7-year-old boy in East Tennessee was awakened suddenly by his mother in the middle of the night to go to a local emergency room. Unfortunately, that little boy found out that night that his 17-year-old brother had been killed in a car accident. That little boy was me. And I dedicate everything I do now to my brother Larry, who is frozen in time at age 17. I keep his picture on the credenza behind my desk. What an opportunity this is. And what I would like to do today is to emphasize our partnerships and emphasize what the Colonel of the Highway Patrol has been able to do. think about being able to get all the states in the United States along the I-40 corridor to participate in a joint effort, and also the local and sheriffs and police chiefs. That's a big deal, and it gives you an idea of the status of the Tennessee Highway Patrol in this nation, and Colonel Trott in particular. And I compliment him and his command staff for this initiative that continues year after year. There's no question it saves lives, and it's just very important to me that I recognize their effort. It's my pleasure today to introduce not only a colleague in state government, but a friend. John Schroer is directly responsible for what you see here today. He provided the money that was available to us and other state agencies to build this facility. It's a model for the nation. The Colonel just got back this week from another state talking about what we do here. This is a Commissioner of Transportation that cares about people, and he cares about first responders, and he cares about saving lives on highways. It's just been a real pleasure to serve with him. We're both former mayors in this state, and I think mayors make pretty good commissioners because they care about people and have to get things done. So it's my pleasure this morning to introduce you to the Commissioner of Transportation for the state of Tennessee, John Schroer.
Always great to be here with our friends and on this great track facility that Colonel Trott came up with the idea and floated it to me, and I was able to find some federal dollars to get it built, and we're working well. I also like to just say that we TDOT just received a National Safety Award for our Protect a Queue program, which is first in the nation on working with queue protection for people at the back end of a wreck at a queue, and we've been able to save not know exactly lives, but 30% of our secondary wrecks have been reduced since we've introduced a Protect a Queue program. So we're constantly looking at ways to save lives. Commissioner Perkey and I both have the number of fatalities on our job performance with the governor, and he talks about it constantly, and so we're always aware of trying to save lives. It is one of the things that we look at every day. Just for the record, last year a little over 35,000 Americans were killed on our roads in this country, 35,000. And it's the #1 cause of deaths for children 14 and under. So everyone needs to realize that when they get in a car, they've got an opportunity to drive safely and not be distracted or not. And if they're not, they're putting their lives in their own hand and their children's lives in their own hands. So we're always thinking about this, and this program we're doing this weekend is really great. We're using our assets to help, and our assets include our dynamic message boards. And so if you're driving out here today, you notice that there's an announcement of this program and the dates that we're going to do it. And then we've got a couple signs that'll be up during the hours of operation. The one is in Tennessee, volunteer to drive safely, and you'll see those on our message boards. And the I-40 challenge today, troopers every 20 minutes. We're warning everyone that there's something out there, and I think that makes a huge difference in the way people drive. We'll use our help trucks to be part of this provision and this program, and obviously we will stop construction on our highways on Wednesday and won't resume again until Sunday. We're worried about our workers and other people in work zones, and so it's one of the ways that we can protect our workers and also make sure that traffic flows safely. So we're excited to partner with Department of Safety on this. We're great friends, and we have the same goals in life in trying to save Tennesseans and other people that drive through our roads. So we're happy to do that. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce the Executive Director of the Tennessee Sheriff's Association, Maggie Duncan.
As we all think of this holiday season, I challenge each and every one of you to partner with your local law enforcement community and the State Highway Patrol for a total of 0 fatalities for the next few weeks, especially this weekend. Don't drink. Don't be distracted while you drive. Commit to getting yourself and others around you to their destination safely. Volunteer to make sure you don't mandate someone else's death. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce retired Sheriff Terry Ash, who after serving 44 years in law enforcement now serves as Executive Director for the Tennessee Sheriff's Association.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My remarks will be brief. I'm at the end of the line. What the commissioners have said is resounding to the local law enforcement level. These things don't happen without partnerships. Sheriffs, police chiefs, highway patrol partnering together to make Tennessee a safer place. You know, in the 44 years that I served in active law enforcement, the hardest thing that I ever had to do was to go to somebody's house and knock on their door and tell them that their loved one had lost their life in a traffic accident. Most of the men and women behind me have had to do that same thing. It's an honor to partner with people in different states, crossing all boundary lines of states for the same common goal. And that common goal is to protect the citizens of this state of Tennessee, those who live in this state, and those hundreds of thousands of folks who travel this state. And when they cross into the Tennessee state border during this holiday, they're going to see that there is a mounted effort to make sure their travels are safe, they get to their destination safely, and we're going to hope that we don't have to knock on any of those doors late at night and deliver the worst message you can ever deliver to a family, that they've lost someone in a traffic accident. On behalf of the sheriffs, I want to thank the press for being so involved and carrying this message. That gets our message out to the people of Tennessee that we're serious about what we're doing. So I want to say thank you to all of our partners, to Colonel Trott for the work he does leading our highway patrol, our commissioners. It's a good effort, and we want to thank you folks for covering this event and getting the word out. Thanks.
Everyone, I'd just like to say thank you again for coming, and I ask and I implore that as you air this to your viewers, that you please communicate to them that a safe driver is a driver who is giving 100% attention to the safe operation of their vehicle. Please do not drive distracted. Do not drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs or a combination of. Please wear your seatbelt. We need you to help us make this the most safe holiday period of the year. You can count on us to do what we're going to do to help you to be safe. Can we count on you? Thank you, and we'll be taking questions with any one of our guest speakers today. Thank you.